Yeah, the gift nifty definitely is indicating on a flat start for us this morning. But let's talk about REC because they came out with their numbers yesterday during market hours. The stocks did see a reaction then, but let's understand more about the numbers in the quarter gone by. We have Mr. Vivek Kumar Dewangan, who is the chairman and managing director at REC. A very good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on ET9. Let me first talk about your loan growth because that has come in at around 11%. We've seen some sort of a disappointment on the street as well. I wanted to understand what kind of led to this low double-digit growth, especially when you talk about loans.
Loan growth is actually 14%. Uh, Last Q3, the loan book was 4,97,000. As compared to that, now the loan book has increased to 5,65,000 crore. That is a growth of 14%. And in quarter one of this financial year, the loan growth was 17%. Quarter two, it was about 15%. And quarter three is 14%. Average is 14% loan growth in the first 9 months of this current financial year. What has happened that a lot of prepayment and recoveries have happened. That's why our loan book has not gone to the extent of 15 to 17%. But we hope that this will make up in quarter four.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Dewangan. This is Shrishti also joining in. But when we look at your numbers, the company has fast-tracked the growth of its some of those newly entered segments like infra and logistics. So can you tell us, sir, how much was this growth that we have seen in this particular quarter coming from these segments and what is the outlook?
We are a bit cautious in non-power infrastructure logistics sector in this quarter. Although our sanction have reached to the level about 40,000 crore up to quarter three, we are targeting only those non-power infrastructure and logistic projects where revenue cash flow is ensured, where the entity is good, where the asset quality is good, and the revenue cash flow should be sufficient to meet our repayment obligations. So we have become a little bit choosy because our hands are full with the projects from the power sector and renewable energy sector. So as far as non-power infrastructure logistics sector is concerned, we are a bit choosy nowadays.
Let's talk about your credit cost. That's negative, and what analysts are actually saying that they're expecting the provision write-backs to remain, credit cost to be in this negative territory going ahead, and the extent they're expecting is to be above 5 to 10 basis point for FY 25-26. Do you concur with this view?
Our average cost of fund has come down by 12 BPS actually. Now my average cost of fund has come down to 7.18%. The spread has increased by about 12 BPS from 2.82% to 2.94%. Net interest margin has increased by 12 BPS from 3.52% to 3.64%. So we hope to maintain this net interest margin and spread, and will be able to maintain our cost of fund on lower side.
All right, but the company was expecting the total provision write-backs to the extent of 1,500 crores from the three assets in second half of FY25, namely CSK Mahanadi, Hiranmay, as well as Sinar project in Nasik. Now, how much has been received in this particular quarter? Give us a sense there, and how much more are you expecting going ahead in Q4?
In fact, KSK Mahanadi, our recovery is going to be more than 100%. And the final petition has already been filed in NCLT. We are expecting orders to be issued soon. And there we are getting more than 100% recovery. Second case is Sinnar plant at Nasik. There also our recovery is going to be more than 70%. And third case, Hiranmay, there also we are expecting good recovery because bidding process is over. Now the formalities of NCLT are pending that we hope to conclude in the quarter four. And total recovery from all these three assets would be to the tune of about 1,800 crore to 2,000 crore. Write-backs will happen.
Right, sir. So last time you told us that the project in Andhra Pradesh utility has actually jumped from SMA 1 to SMA 2 category. You've said that by end of November, Andhra Pradesh project will come back to SMA 1. What's the update on that particular front right now?
Yeah, I am happy to share that all the utilities of Andhra Pradesh have come back to SMA 1 now. All of them are now standard assets.
But also give us a sense that have you resolved the Gujarat biogas project, because it was expected to be resolved in 2 to 3 months. So what's the update there?
Yeah, there was a little bit of default of about 13 crore. There also we are in the process of resolution, and in Q4 it will get resolved.
Right. So let's talk about your NIMs. If you could help us understand what sort of NIMs did you post for the quarter gone by? And you've also given a guidance that your NIMs for FY25 would be in the range of about 3.6 to 3.7%. Are you going to be sticking with that number now?
Yes, as I told you, then in the first 9 months, our net interest margin has increased by 12%, 12 BPS from 3.52% to now 3.64%. We hope to maintain that by the end of Q4, by the end of this financial year, our net interest margin would be in the range of 3.6 to 3.7 only.
And lastly, with the expectation of a rate cut in the upcoming months, now how much borrowing cost, especially from SCBs, is coming down, and what is the outlook?
Let us see. Reserve Bank of India is going to announce this monetary policy. So let us wait for that. So if some rate cut happens, it will definitely reduce our cost of funds.
All right, so we leave it there then. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now to talk about the earnings of the quarter gone by for REC, and all the best for the quarter that we are in and the full year earnings.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.